All right, so this is day one coverage of Cinemacon. Today, Sony was up to bat, and they came out swinging. They started off with some brand new footage and a trailer for 28 Years Later. Danny Boyle, the director of the original film and 28 Years Later, actually came out on stage and said, we have a treat for you. We'd like to show you the official trailer for 28 Years Later. There was reportedly a church sequence like the original film, and there was much more action in this one. They confirmed also that Cillian Murphy will be returning for the films, though we may not see him until the later films. They also had director Nia DaCosta come out on stage and talk a little bit about the second film in this new trilogy called 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. There was some first footage revealed of Austin Butler and Matt Smith's new film Caught Stealing from Darren Aronofsky. And if you remember some of the set photos that released a while back, I guess Matt Smith really is sporting this insane mohawk. Some footage was also shown of A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. It stars Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie. It's being directed by Kogonada. It follows those two as strangers as they walk through this red door that takes them on a journey through their memories. Honestly, sounds right up my alley. Ben Wong, who's the star of the new Karate Kid film, also came out with Ralph Macchio, and there was a performance with lanterns and a whole sequence event that they shared at Cinemacon. Takashi Yamazaki, the director of Godzilla Minus One, officially is doing his next film at Sony. It's titled Ground Gear. It's titled Grand Gear, and it's his first English language film, and J.J. Abrams is producing it. Sony and MAPPA also announced they just dropped this out of nowhere. They're releasing a new Chainsaw Man movie, and the movie is releasing October 29th this year. As was reported on the Nintendo app, they did mention that the Legend of Zelda live-action film that's being directed by Wes Ball, who directed The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the film officially has a release date of March 26th. Jake Kasdan is officially set to return for the third Jumanji film with the original cast, and that's set to release on December 11th, 2026. Some footage was also shown for their new I Know What You Did Last Summer film. You can read the footage description right here, but it ends with Jennifer Love Hewitt saying, "I have one question. What did you do last summer?" By far and away, though, the two biggest drops of the night are, first off, they revealed some brand new footage of Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse and confirmed the release for 2027. It's being released on June 4th. It's being described as a bigger, bolder story and film overall. They're testing new animation techniques, and they drop these brand new images from the footage. In the footage, it shows Miles and Gwen fighting the Prowler Miles before ending up actually going on an adventure with him. Before I jump to the next one, actually, Zach Krager came out and talked about the new Resident Evil film they're doing. He says they're taking the film a lot simpler than the other films did, and it's going to focus on a central protagonist going from A to B, and the hellish horrors just continue on his journey. The film is officially set to release next year. I didn't think they would do this, but they did. Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of Shang-Chi, who is officially directing the new Spider-Man film, Spider-Man 4, he came out on stage and said a few funny things like how his son's first word was Spider-Man, while also revealing the title of Spider-Man: A Brand New Day, which is the official title of the fourth Spider-Man film. Spider-Man in the film has a new font, and it's officially set to release on July 31st, 2026. And to close it out, they officially announced the cast for the new Beatles biopic set of films from Sam Mendes. 4 separate films about each of the Beatles that they're calling a 4-film cinematic event, the first bingeable experience you can have in the theater. All 4 of these films are getting a release in April 2028. And they officially announced the cast and dropped this photo. Harris Dickinson is playing John Lennon, Paul Mescal is playing Paul McCartney, Barry Keoghan is Ringo Starr, and Joseph Quinn is George Harrison. Let me know what project you're most hyped for. Make sure to keep alerts on. Tomorrow is the big one. It's like my Super Bowl. Tomorrow, Warner Brothers and DC Studios are coming out, and then again, like I said earlier, James Gunn and Peter Safran are dropping apparently not only updates about Superman, but according to The Hollywood Reporter, updates about other DC films upcoming in the year. I mean, with Sony, they just did presentations on Beyond the Spider-Verse. That doesn't come out till 2027, so we might be getting some type of slate update for the film side for the DCU. Either way, my God, Cinemacon, the best time to be a DC fan, to be a film fan. There's so much good stuff going on. I'll see you tomorrow for Warner Brothers and Lionsgate.